question. I've spent 21 years of my life trying to make Santa Barbara a better place to live and work, and I'm proud to be here. You know, we shouldn't beat the city up. The redevelopment agency made downtown Santa Barbara one of the most vital downtowns in the world. Just take a walk along that 16-block stretch, and came up with a plan, the Burgard plan, a marketing plan to make Santa Barbara an international destination. It has been very successful. But are there things that you could do to make it better? Well, absolutely. So here we created this very significant plan. We invested probably $1 billion in infrastructure downtown, private and public. And then you have the entrance to Santa Barbara. What does it look like? It's a big hole in the ground. It's an old hotel with broken windows and peeling paint. I think the city has an obligation to force that developer to clean that project up. That's the entrance to our city. And I think that we could make better use of our resources. So the city owns many pieces of property, parking garages and parking lots and public buildings, and you could work with the business community to utilize those resources to promote the businesses in the area.
All right, so our next question, same theme. Name one specific change in current city policy or practice that you believe would improve the community's overall economic health. One specific change in current city policy or practice. Let's start with Dale.
We have, on a per capita basis, one of the biggest planning departments in California. And I think there's something needs to change there. I've been talking to several people who are in the middle of rebuilding their homes after the Tea Fire. And you know, we're trying to streamline the process, but the process is so large, there's a limit to how much you can reduce it. Those people, if they're not even making the slightest change to their existing footprint, they're looking at 2 years to get through this process. Some of them are going to be out of their insurance money before they actually break ground. So I think one of the best things we could do is reform community development. It should be a smaller, much more efficient department than it is today.
Bob?
I was appalled yesterday when I saw what was happening in Washington, D.C., all the hate and fear-mongering. That same thing happens here in our own community of the gangs. Oh, God, the gangs. Let's help those kids. Let's have them so they have a hope that there's a future for them. I got an apprenticeship program where business people can sit there and say, I'll take a couple kids on and go through some kind of process, really organize it, and give them some hope. Right now we wage war. We live in a police state, and we wage war on the homeless. We wage war against these gangs. And both of them, we could have solutions. Homeless could have some housing, nationwide. Same with the gangs, nationwide. They need to have some hope of making a salary to be proud and can do things. Right now, it's like, hey, get in a gang, get some drugs going, some girls, some cars. Hey, that's better than McDonald's, isn't it? That's what they see. These either McDonald's or some drugs, cars, and girls. Just give them some hope. Let's get them an apprenticeship so they can learn some.
Okay, Isaac.
If I don't use all of my time on this question, can I save it for the next one, because this is going to be very short and sweet. The first thing I would do, or one thing I would do, would be to eliminate inclusionary zoning.
Steve?
Well, how many people have tried to get an answer from the planning department? How many people have had a zoning issue and tried to call a zoning officer and get an answer? Now you can call Marty. Marty is really very good at responding in a timely way, but within the bureaucracy, for a business person, decisions are made these days, not in days or weeks, but in hours. And you need a response. And so I believe we should institute a policy in the city of Santa Barbara. And if I'm elected mayor, I'll try to convince the council to do this, that whenever there's a citizen question asked of any city employee, they'll get an answer within 48 hours. And I think with the technology systems that we have today, that could be very easily be implemented, and I think it would make doing business in Santa Barbara much better.
I would focus on preventing youth gang violence in the city. Not to say that the city does it all. In fact, it shouldn't do it all. what's amazing is all the different stakeholders, businesses, nonprofit agencies, the school districts, the county schools, the county government and departments within the county, the sheriff's department, the probation department, all these different stakeholders are working on the issue, but they don't even know what the other ones are doing. And to me, the city is the prime agency, and the mayor in particular, to bring those stakeholders together to work better in partnership. We've been doing that for almost 18 months, a little more now, to move that process forward. But I think it needs a little more of a kickstart. We had a little hiccup with some funding issues, but I really think the leadership is necessary so that we can all work together on focusing on the at-risk youth in our community and to stop youth gang violence altogether.
All right, on a related topic, let's talk about business growth. A hot button issue. In fact, whenever you use the G word in Santa Barbara, it's a hot button issue. Do you believe the city should be more active in encouraging new businesses to either come to Santa Barbara or to grow their businesses here? In other words, should the city government be more active in encouraging business growth, either organically or by bringing new businesses here? Yes or no, and then explain. And let's start with Bob. All right, Bob, you've got the mic.
Yeah, we need to have a business that would cut down on our consumption of oil and sending our young people over to a war that's wrong and killing people for oil, because it's going to get crazy. We got to have the pink pony someone told me about, like fusion or something. We need to have an energy source. So I would encourage those kind of things, people to really come here and get another energy source going, something that we're not going to kill ourselves over as we are, and sending our youth over and telling them, oh yeah, it's for our freedom, right, for our interest in our glutton for oil. I mean, we are a crazy nation that we didn't have all this oil that we import from other countries. So anyway, we need to have that alternative energy source, and I think we should encourage that to come here and brainstorm that and work on it.
Isaac?
I would encourage businesses to grow their business, but I certainly wouldn't encourage new businesses to come here, not with the housing problem that we've got now. I don't believe we should add to the crisis. And the question was that Pacific, but I did want to mention it, yes. And I would do whatever we needed to do within reason to encourage businesses that's already in Santa Barbara to grow. And one of the ways that I would do that, as I mentioned before, would be to look at all of these stringent rules and regulations that we really have that impedes the progress of business. Are they really necessary? Some of those things, I don't really believe that is really necessary for the protection of the people.
Steve?
Well, again, I've done this for 21 years, and the only time I've ever seen a significant business move to Santa Barbara is when the owner of the business or the president of the business wanted to live in Santa Barbara, and then they moved here, regardless of the cost of doing business. So real estate professionals are very effective at bringing new businesses to Santa Barbara, and in fact, I think we should form a council of those real estate professionals as they develop contacts to work with the commercial real estate agents so we can match up the housing needs with the businesses who might consider moving